Hello. So I have decided I'm going to show you the way that I learned how to play in key. Basically, I learned in the mid to late 80s. And I did not have money to go to GIT, and my dad would absolutely have no part in helping me to get there. So it was like, if you want to do this, you're gonna have to do it on your own, which that's pretty dedicated. So yeah, basically what I did was I thought, it's a 6-string guitar. What are the two lowest strings are the A string and the E string. And if you notice, like a lot of that cock rock metal shit in the 80s was in E minor and A minor with little variation, like Scorpions, Van Halen, Dokken, Quiet Riot, Motley Crue, whatever. A lot of that stuff was in A or E. So I thought to myself, well, I will learn A minor all across the neck. I will learn E minor all across the neck, and if I have to play in C, I just know to take the A minor one and move it up. If I got to play in D, I'll take the E minor one and move it back. Just kind of just mathematically doing it that way. So I didn't know about modes yet. I think I was 21 when that started confusing the absolute shit out of me. So I just thought, well, I got to use, everybody, all the rad dudes know how to use the whole neck. I got to do the same thing. So I had a friend, Lonnie Slosher, who was a GIT, I don't know if he graduated, but he went. And he wrote me out one 3-note per string scale, and I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But I took that, and I was like, okay. I just figured out what the other 6 shapes would be, because obviously it's a 7-note scale, so there's 7 different starting points. If it was an 11-note scale, there'd be 11, so on and so forth. So I figured out what the rest was, wrote it on sheets of paper. I did one in A minor, I did one in E minor, I made copies and I gave them to friends. See, always sharing. So here's what I'm gonna do. Over the next, 7 days, I'm gonna show you the E minor scale. Don't worry about notes, don't worry about modes, just look at the shapes, learn the goddamn shapes. And what I'll do is at the end of the video, I'll say if you wanna play it in A, take the shape here, move it here. That's all you gotta do. So basically, you might be learning 2 different shapes, but there might be a third because if it's low enough on the neck, being it in A or E, there'll be an octave. So if you're playing something low E, 2nd fret, you can get it to the 14th fret and play the same exact shape, and it's just an octave higher. Learn all 7 scales in E and A. And then what happened to me was, I was talking to a keyboard player, and I told him to start the scale, start an A minor scale, starting with the F note, and he said, oh, okay, so you mean F Lydian. And then the penny dropped yet again. And this was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So always learning, always finding different ways to how it all kind of locks in. And yeah, so let's just get you started on learning E minor and A minor across the whole neck. And I mean, if you play a 7-string, you'd want to do E minor and B minor. People do it. Your turn. But this is for 6-stringers right now. The guitar is going to be tuned in standard, and I'll start kicking those off one after the other. If you want to do yourself a service, learn them, because I know tons of people, the majority of guitar players that I know, don't know them in order, and don't know all of them. So, fuck. This is basic shit, too. This isn't airy, fairy, fucking super locry in this, raised 3rd, flat 5th, wacky shit. This is just bare bones, vanilla, minor scale. So get cracking. Pretty please. Yeah. So, can't hurt, can it? You know what you gotta do. Do it. You can thank me later. I do accept angle cabinets, Line 6 helixes, head rush pedals, Ibanez universes, any sort of Ibanez 7 strings payment. I will absolutely take that. or metal shirts. Send me one of those. Or give me a hug on the street. Fuck. Improvise, mate.